Today I'm here processing some apples for the freezer. It's one of the methods of preservation that I use. And I can't tell you enough how, just standing here doing this, I'm vacuum sealing them and getting them ready to pack them in the freezer and secure our food. So right back there is some corn that I got on the farm that I also blanched and vacuum sealed. And the apples I also sourced it on the farm that I normally use every year to stock up. I have greens that I grew in my garden, fish that we caught, clean and vacuum sealed for the freezer so we can use it over the winter months, fruits that I was able to purchase and stock up also. This is just some June plum that I brought back from the islands, and just things that we enjoy eating. I even have different meats. I have some smoked mackerel that we caught. I have some other meats here, and this right here is some turkey that I smoked and vacuum sealed 2 years ago. And look at it, guys. It's perfectly fine. It still holds a vacuum. And for me, the point is just to show you how much we can do for ourselves and be as self-sufficient as we possibly can. Now, they don't want us to think so or to know that, because there's always a distraction created to make us think otherwise. Look at this, guys. Even snacks. This is just popsicles that I made from fresh squeezed salsa that my grandbaby enjoyed over the summer months. We have a few left. But guys, I utilize everything I possibly can to its entirety. I always find a way. What do you think is going to happen to these apple peels and cores that derived from the apples that I just processed? Nope, not yet. It's not going to go to my compost pile. I'm going to be making apple cider vinegar first. They don't want us to know how to do things like this. They don't want us to have skills. But this is what I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you that I'm going to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can. Okay? And all I'm doing here is adding some warm water. I went and get my stash. Red Star yeast, this is what I'm using, and some granulated sugar. So I'm going to dissolve this all in here in this food grade bucket that I have here, and I have several of these. I have probably at least 5 of these, guys, because you want to be able to safely store and preserve. Yes, honey. That's normal life. That's my grandbaby. What do you need, honey? Huh? Press 1 for English. But anyways, guys, it's simple as this, and this depends on if you want it. Yes, you got to put in the work. Yes, you have to have the skills, but how do you gain the skills? You have to try something. You have to do something first to know that you possibly can get this done, especially in a safe manner. And I'm stirring this up, and I'm using a plastic utensil in here. I just dumped the yeast in there, and I'm going to taste it to see if there's enough sugar. I could probably put a little more sugar in there, but that's all going to be eaten up by the yeast. But this is just to get the fermentation going quicker than normal. You don't necessarily have to put the yeast in there, because I've done it without the yeast before, and that's when the fruit or whatever you're using in there is at peak ripeness, so all the sugars come in, and so those sugars are going to be just good enough to start that fermentation process. But guys, this is it. Nothing goes to waste. I canned apples so far this year. I processed and vacuum sealed some for the freezer. I'm making my apple cider vinegar, and I have already started my vinegars for this year. Let me just show you, which were a couple smaller batches. I have some going right here, then I have some back here, and this is apples. Oh, it's already making the SCOBY. These are apples from my orchard, from my trees, and this is grape vinegar from my vine. As you can see, the SCOBY is already formed in there. And I think I have a little bit of pear vinegar over here. Yeah. And then I have something else going in this. But guys, this is my lifestyle. I'm making infused oils and tinctures.
Nana,
Hmm?
what is that?
What is that inside there? Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How?
What else? What else, sir?
That's the
And I have some more apple cider vinegar going here, as you can see. So we are doing it,
oh,
and it's just simple, really simple
it's simple.
for me. Yes, it's simple, honey.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple for me. So I'm just showing the people the lifestyle, Kai. I'm just showing this people the lifestyle that we live.
I know.
You know?
That's right.
Yes. So can you get out of there now, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wait. And if you think I'm joking, this is what my kitchen looks like, right? All from my garden. From my garden. This also is from my garden. This is turmeric that I haven't even touched yet. All this is just food from my garden. All this. Yep. Herbs still drying from my garden. Can't go wrong with that. So this is just our self-sufficient lifestyle. Look at that. I have seeds hanging here drying in these bags. I label them and hang them to finish dry off because it's cold outside now. Rose hips from my rose bushes. Flower heads from my peony. Rose petals here to make my teas. Just everything. Everything I have going on here. This is just my lifestyle and the way I live. I have tons of nutmeg from the island, clove from the island, all organic, cinnamon, all organic from the islands. And I just prefer to live this way and to be less dependent on other people for my survival. Let me show you this also, guys. And this was stored up from since the spring, I believe. Let me show you if you think I'm playing. These are eggs here. See the date on this? March 13, 2025. Because I know my old hens are going to slow down laying because the days are now shorter. Yeah. We have eggs preserved here. I'm right here, honey. We have... Okay, I'll be right back. Okay? He's so good. Yeah, this is pretty much how we live. I don't show too much on this platform, and I you know, it's unnecessary for me because I just want to get a point across. But if I were to show you guys how much I'm doing, you will definitely be like, wow. Yeah, look, more nutmegs. Look, moisture control packs, tea bags that I made from herbs from my garden. See that? I can really give you a quick spin because I have a lot of mouths and a lot of people depending on us for survival. So those 2 little videos you see me putting out there, trust and believe, we are doing a whole lot more. Just living this lifestyle on a daily basis, planning ahead, staying ahead. As far as communication, when the grid goes down, get you a couple of these. Get you a couple of these. Get you CB radios. Get you, for your power backup, wood. We have wood in the backyard. Look at that, guys. Look out there. See all that wood we have there in the woodshed? Yeah. We still got to get some more to store up so that can so that wood can dry out properly. We like to keep wood for about a couple years at a time. Let me turn this light on. There. My Blue Eddy. I got a little solar generator in the corner here. This is my Blue Eddy with the panels in here. We have tents and tarps and emergency kits and water storage, and we're ready. And definitely we have stuff for self-defense. So being able to live this lifestyle every day, and this is how we choose to do it. Hubby and I are from the same island in the Caribbean, and so we grew up in a certain type of way, where less is more, where our knowledge and our skills comes with what we had to do to survive when we were growing up. And I'm grateful for that, and that we can go back to that lifestyle. And it's simple, it's a lot of work, but it's something that we enjoy and something that we just choose to live every day rather than be caught off guard, not knowing how to do certain things, how to endure certain things in certain situations, because we have seen it played out so many different times. Because, guys, it gets rough out there. So, get your house in order, learn some skills, preservation skills, whether it's canning or dehydrating or even salting. When we were growing up, we used to corn pork, like salted pork in a bucket. Corn, that thing used to stink like chitterlings, but we used to eat it. So I feel like I still have an appetite for it, and that was developed over the years growing up, using those things for food and using those parts of the animals for food. At the end of the day, if you're hungry enough, you're probably going to eat it. You're probably not going to eat a lot, but you're probably going to at least use it for some form of nutrition, or some form of sustenance, because it's not easy being hungry. Now, I was able to get my hand on a few fertilized eggs, and I was able to hatch out these 2 chicks that you see right here. And I also was able to get 6 more eggs that I'm currently hatching out right now. So being ahead of the game and investing in this incubator was a plus for me. They don't want us to know that we can grow our own food. Look at this space. This was all lawn, but we've been growing tons of food in this area, in this yard space. This is literally my yard that we converted into a food forest, pretty much, where we grow everything from fruits to root crops. I have sweet potatoes in there, guys. See that? Sweet potatoes peeking out the ground. I have brassicas growing here. I have, greens that I can come out here and grab to make a nutritious meal for my family. I have pumpkins growing here, different varieties, and we have created this space and invested the materials that we created this space with to literally grow our food that we can have throughout the months that it's not growing season in our zone, because we're in zone 6B, but we still put in the work and grow as much food as we can. We preserve as much as we can, and we pull out tons of food just in this little yard space here. All my herbs, I also have that going, because our body does need maintenance. So our food is our medicine, and they don't want us to know that. Look at this, guys. All different varieties of carrots that I can pull out here. This is just powerful. I can just go in my garden once I put in the work. See, I have sweet potatoes in here too. I have beans in here. All sorts of things you can think of, I put in here. And I grow it regardless of how short I think my garden season is. Look at that. Look at this power. This is just power. Nobody is controlling me when I'm doing this. I'm pulling out beets here, fresh beets that have grown in my yard that my family can enjoy. And if I can do it, you can do it too. This is all for now. I don't want to make this video too long, but the point of making this video, guys, is so that we can get ready. Let's take this thing serious. Get your water storage, get your hand pump. So we have that. We have all that stuff. I can't show you everything I have in this video, but I'm telling you, and I feel like I don't need to show it to you to prove it to you, but for what I've shown so far on my channel, all the videos I've put out, you should know enough to know that, we got all our ducks in a row. But this is all for now. If you have any questions, any suggestions, because I don't know everything. Every day you live and you learn. I have gotten a lot of ideas from people that I follow. There are people that I follow because they are making sense. I'm not here for entertainment. I don't have time to sit around and watch people's entertainment on YouTube or any form of social media platform. If I want entertainment, I can go in the back and watch my chickens while they free range, and that's good enough for me. But this is all for now, guys. I hope you get what I'm saying. Not to be rude at all by any means. but let's get our house in order. This is all for now. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.